Well, my name is Silvia Dardon. I am here to present my master's thesis.
Planet Earth is like no other. Breathtaking landscapes exploding with colour. Home to over 8 million species of plants and animals. This planet sustains us and every creature we share it with.
From Gucci to Chanel, Topshop to Primark, clothes industry heavyweights rely on fashion forecasters for next season's new look. But advancements in artificial intelligence are about to turn their art into a science. Cognitive computing is now able to identify patterns previously inaccessible to humans.
We're going to teach you how to write a business plan. We're going to teach you how to put together the PowerPoint for the VC presentation, where if we're doing it really well, we'll have you do lots of research. But it really assumed it was all about execution. What we now know, that's just simply not the case. Entrepreneurial education, the reason why you're taking this class, is about the search for the business model.
Would you buy clothes that don't exist? And how much would you be willing to pay?
UNESCO has estimated craft production to account for $34 billion in global exports. But as Vivian Perez tells me, for these artisans, it represents so much more.
What Guatemala has is that when you look at the dyeing processes, everything is made from the bark of an avocado tree or the leaves of some other plant. There's so many chemicals that we in the garment industry are doing to mess up this world. I come from a very, very old world, India. My family has been making textiles by hand for 100 years. So we come from history and tradition. How do you take history and tradition and make it relevant to today so that you can make it economically successful and provide for your artisans?
I see Guatemala as with the potential that has. This is a small country with only 17 million people, but have more than 80,000 people work in the textile industry and have more than 1 million micro business people. They work in the textile industry, in the artisan side, and only in the waste loom. Guatemala has 10,300 productors. When I conducted this research, I start with the fundamental question that how I'm going to help the United States. And in order to help the United States economy, I need to build the supply chain industry. But the industry need to be close to the United States in order to resolve the logistics, the traveling of the products. And this is why I started investigating if Guatemala have the condition, because this is a small country and have expertise in the textile industry. In Guatemala have the conditions. I is researching the papers for the professionals in the world and many documents after the coronavirus. I conduct interviews, I conduct journals research, I conduct thesis research, and I visit online libraries to visit many documents. I research companies that belong to the industry, and I contact companies, for example, the McKinsey Group, in order to have the information that they collect around the world about the textile industry. My research was divided in qualitative and quantitative research. These two gave me the opportunity to interview 12 people. They have the expertise in different points of the industry in Guatemala, and two from Honduras that they belong to the textile industry in different positions. One in the developing of supplying products with the sustainability products, and the other have the development of the product to take the products out of the country because they need to develop new markets in order to take the products out. The 12 people gave me the foundation or the answer to conduct another interviews, but these interviews that gave me the information that Guatemala needs a training program, educate people, because Guatemala have 40% of the population in the elementary school that in the sixth level abandon the school, and they are invalid the school because they are abandoning the education, but they are in a correct level of knowledge in order to receive the correct training to become part of the industry. When I was interviewing the 14 people, 12 from Guatemala and 2 from Honduras, they insist that the education is key for the people. My qualitative findings guide me to design a survey to provide to the students that are attending federal universities in Central America that belong from different universities in Guatemala, in San Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and they are students from the engineering programs. 322 of them answered the questions about the importance to have a textile training for the industry. In the questionnaire is that if somebody can provide to them assistance with the trainings, free trainings, and if they can provide financial help to become entrepreneurs. They have a financial system in their countries, but they don't have a friendly loans that provide to them. These are very expensive. The interests are very high that don't allow them to develop an opportunity to become entrepreneurs. Respond to this questionnaire was between 18 to 35 years old, and 50% of these was male, and 43% of the population was female. The industry need help developing entrepreneurial trainings. They need to organize a job opportunities to make them to qualify for to opt for new jobs, new salaries, and improve their lives. Here is a financial tool. It's a projection for 5 years to create the program, the educational program, to help these people who don't have representation in the textile industry. We have 23 million, according to UNESCO, that abandoned the school in the 6th level in the elementary school. This is not only in the United States, this is in Guatemala, in any country. And this is why we need to help these people, but they don't have the fundings or they don't have the possibilities to be accepted in the regular schools. We need to create a special program that is not going to be expensive, and based on the currency from the country, this is going to have good opportunity to help them with less money that qualify in another countries. For example, in Guatemala, the currency is 7.75 quetzales for $1. With this, we can help people to have education, not only to have the skills in innovation, in technology for the textile industry, to have, after the 15 weeks training, to have the follow-up, to be in the job hunting process. They can develop the skills to qualify, to be ready for a new positions in the industry. And after that, they can have the skills to pitch in any financial institution, not only for local institutions, but international institutions.